Okay, Friday morning, June 7th, I think it is, or June 5th again. Anyways, out here doing some no-till, planted till 10:30 last night, and got a lot done yesterday, and back at it today. So, yeah, that's all I can say, I guess. Same stuff, different day. Well, planting around some ponds in this field. Alright, so I'm planting around some ponds here. At least in this field. The field across the road doesn't have that. But there's a couple here, just dealing with it. So there is roughly 110 acres right here between two fields across the road from each other. The field on the north side here had these wet spots or lakes, ponds I had to drive around, so I just planted 16 rows around them the best I could and planted into them here. These two fields had tomatoes in them last year, and if you go back on my YouTube channel, a video I did last fall of Nick Farms out here harvesting the tomatoes. Of course, with tomatoes there's a lot of compaction, trucks and so forth going through the field, so this field was ripped last fall and then had it was worked here this spring several weeks ago, and just planting it now. Alright, so Friday afternoon here, about 2 o'clock, and got about 25 more acres in this 60-acre field. And then I'm going to move 15 miles south back to where we were the other day. There's one field down there we started a couple weeks ago. I think I talked about that in another video. And we just had to quit because it was too wet. So it's dry enough now, so we're going to head down there, get that field done. And then the corn will all be done on the south farms, and then come back up here. And there's still a couple hundred acres to do depending on the weather and everything. So yeah, should be done here hopefully in the next hour or so, and then move. And then I think we got 90 acres down there to finish, and then move back up here and knock out a couple hundred. Both soybean planters are going, working some ground. So a lot going on here today, and yeah, the weather's been good. Planting conditions have been good. This field here was worked several weeks ago before Easter, and it's just kind of set here. The ground's pretty hard, so I really, about 5.5 mile an hour planting. Doing a pretty nice job. So yeah, that's what we're doing so far. Still in and out of the planter every now and then, plugging some fertilizer nozzles, and had one row quit planting, and latch come undone on the box, and the box kind of popped up and moved over. Just weird stuff, but anyways, a lot going on here, but it keeps you from falling asleep. So okay, so I'm gonna make about a 15-mile road trip here and go down and plant that, or finish planting that 90-acre field, and should be able to get that done yet today, easy enough, and maybe get moved back up here for either tonight or tomorrow. Moved, took a little longer than I thought, but I got down here, got the planter folded up, and just got the field here programmed in. And so this is an 85-acre field. Almost 20 of it was planted, so it's planting pretty nice. Definitely a lot nicer than when I worked this a couple weeks ago. So not that it was terrible then, but it was just too wet to plant. So this is the field a couple weeks ago. We were working and it rained right when we had the end rows to do. Rained just enough to get dirt to stick to the tires, but then the next day was cloudy and it just didn't plant very good. So we're gonna get her finished up now. Making a little dust, you know what they say, planting dust, bins will bust. Okay, so I've worked in the farm equipment business most of my adult life, and it is very true that everything breaks down on Fridays right before 5 o'clock or Saturdays right at noon when most dealers close. So just got in this field here and planted probably 10-12 acres and stopped to fill up with fertilizer, and as soon as I jumped and started going, the planter started skipping. And it was going ape shit, it was going crazy, up and down, and anyways, it was leaving skips on the monitor, just like it was yesterday, only worse. So anyways, we messed with it and got on the phone with Canings, and we also did a hard reset. We shut the tractor down, unplugged the monitor for a good minute or so, and they had us do something on the height adjustment on in the wheel speed sensor calibration on the planter, and so far it's been working good now. So hopefully we can get through this Friday and okay, priorities. My wife is bringing me supper, so she's supposed to meet me here at the end of the field. There's not a good place to pull off at 127 where I was, so I'm just going to drive the end rows up here and meet her on a not so busy road. All right, let's see what she brought me. Hi. Okay guys, dinner is served. And the cook is camera shy. I'm not allowed to have her. She don't like her picture taken, so I'm not gonna push my luck here. But anyways, we got some fresh cut fries and a DeRusso's Italian sausage sandwich. So yum yum. Okay, so I got 76 acres out of 85 planted, and anyways, it's not dark yet, so should get moved to the next field before dark. We don't really like to move equipment on the road after dark if you don't have to. Just dangerous. I know there's lots of lights and flashers and everything, but still, you're wide. It's just, and the days are long. It's June, so we can get an early start. So yeah, but we'll at least get moved to the next field and work on that till here, and then we'll move, make a big move tomorrow and get this corn wrapped up. Hey everyone, here's a random thought. I know a lot of people that watch my videos also drive tractors for a living, farmers and so forth. You're going through the field and you really have to pee bad, and you say, okay, when I get to the end of the field I'm going to do it. You get to the end of the field and you're like, one more round, then one more round, then you kind of forget. One more round. Well, that's where I'm at right now, but I really don't think I can take it anymore, the bouncing around, and I really think when I get up to this end, I'm gonna stop and urinate. Anyways, comment in the video and tell me if I'm the only one that does that kind of stuff or that's everybody. I think it's everybody. Let me know. Okay, so got 80 of the 85 acres planted, and that'll do it for down here. We got one field just down the road here. We're gonna go touch up a few spots where it was too wet when we planted it and they don't have a good stand, so we're gonna drive that field and plant that. Definitely want to do that in the daylight. Still probably got about an hour or so till it's completely dark. And then I don't know if we're gonna move the tractor north. Don't really like to move equipment on the roads because we got to take some main roads after dark. I know the days are long, so we can get an early start in the morning, so we may just go touch that field up, call it a day. We'll see what happens, so stay tuned. I'll let you know. Did a little bit of replant there, and that's one of those things, probably damned if you do, damned if you don't. You run down a little good corn trying to fill in the blank spots where it got drowned out. But anyways, got one more field we'd like to do a couple pieces in, and I'm gonna have to travel on 127 in the dark, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. We're gonna park the tractor for tonight. It's pushing 9:30 here. It'll be dark here real soon. That'll be dark by the time I get the tractor back to the barn. And anyways, gonna try to get 150 acres planted on Saturday, and that should wrap up the corn. We got a field or two, might just go to beans instead, so we'll see how tomorrow goes, if we get rain or not. But anyways, we're in pretty good shape now as far as the corn planting goes, and soybeans are progressing very good as well. So that's all I got for today, unless something exciting happens between here and the barn I'm going to, which is about 2 miles away. All right, guys, what a day. Hey, that's right, it's Farm Truck Friday, so look what I get to take home.